What's up, Unreal developers and game music composers? This is Nick Charney Kaye, founder and lead developer of XJ Music. I'm here to show off the new XJ Unreal integration. First, huge shout out to Petro Stasiv, an extraordinarily talented developer who's done a tremendous job implementing the XJ Unreal plugin that I'm going to show off today. I put his LinkedIn in the description of this video. I highly recommend working with him for any of your audio development projects. He's incredible. XJ Music enables composers to realize new possibilities in adaptive music for video games. It includes a DAW dedicated to preparing dynamic video game music so your composers can work in an environment that makes perfect sense to them, and then hand over the content to developers who use the engine to integrate the product within your game audio system. Now here we're at the GitHub Repository for the Unreal plugin. That's Petro there, the main contributor. I'm going to head over here to the releases page. You can see here we've got just the plugin built and ready for you to download and implement in your game. We're going to go over here to where we've got an example project. We're going to download this and unpack it. First thing you need to do, like any other project, generate your Visual Studio project files, open the solution in Microsoft Visual Studio or your IDE of choice, and then run it in the engine. Now, this project works out of the box using a composition made by co-founder Jamal Whitaker titled The Hero's Journey, which is designed to show off the capabilities of XJ Music in an open world video game environment. As the character moves around in the world, we're triggering what XJ calls memes that are categorized into a taxonomy. So the entire Hero's Journey musical composition is broken up into these 4 different arcs. And as the character moves in between different places in this world, we're triggering the different arcs. And then we're triggering different action memes for when the user interacts with combat or dialogue or returns to exploration. I dropped some links in the description of the video to Jamal Whitaker actually showing off this composition himself. And then later on in this video, I'll show you how we open up that same composition in the XJ Music Workstation. So there's a really helpful tool here if you want to see what's going on under the hood. You go into your project settings, to the XJ Music plugin settings, turn on the Show Debug Timeline feature, and now you can actually see what's going on as the character is moving through these different memes. When a new set of memes is triggered, XJ regenerates segments in the timeline, including perfect transitions. And what you're seeing here is the musical composition that Jamal designed for this exact purpose. This is all handmade adaptive music. The way that Petro built this particular example, you've got a map here of the different memes that are available, a system of blueprints to trigger them, and then ultimately it comes down to this update function, which sends the latest journey and action memes over here to the XJ Music subsystem, which updates the engine playback. To go to the next demo map, head to the content browser and check out the intensity demo. And this is where we show off the feature that XJ calls intensity. Video game music composers are used to calling this a vertical transition. So as the character gets closer to this column in the center, the intensity increases. And that's actually going to change the volume of different layers that have been built out in the Hero's Journey musical composition. Now we're going to head to the content browser and check out the radio demo, where we're going to show XJ Music actually playing out of this actor, including spatial attenuation. So you hear it moving off to the right or the left in stereo, and you can even use surround sound features. Here's the blueprint from which XJ is actually playing. You can see the radio sound cue there. This is the radio attenuation that's allowing it to move in space. If we open up the sound cue, you see there's a pretty simple output node right here. And I can create a sound effect. We're going to make a little simple delay. And I add that delay to the sound cue. And now you hear the delay also in the sound cue chain. We can change these parameters, and you're going to hear that sound effect changing on the fly. So the way that all this music was composed here, we're at the XJ website. You go over to download and install the XJ Music Workstation. When you go over to Project Demos and select Video Game, that's the Hero's Journey demo, tell XJ where to put it on disk. You can see XJ content is divided into different libraries. Here we've got some programs. These are defining chords overall, the key of the different pieces of music. But the meat and potatoes of the Hero's Journey demo is in the actual sounds here. I'm just going to give an example of what it's like to build a simple pad instrument, set its memes, import audio files, and we roll up all these different libraries into what XJ calls a template, where I can set a lot of different configuration on the behavior, including you see the taxonomies defined there. And this is what we're actually importing into the game. We're going to hit build up there and then go into the XJ plugin, select from the dropdown and build the project and select the project file. Huge shout out to Petro Stasiv, who built all this in Unreal Engine. The whole XJ Music engine is open source. It's easy to get at us. We're really eager to work with you if you want to use XJ Music in your project. Thanks for watching.